Graham Park here from Shooters Union. Just want to give you a quick Queensland update. We've been lots of things going on all around the country. In fact, Vice President David Brown and I were in Canberra last week for a meeting with most of Australia's major firearms usage groups, sporting shooters, clay target, sporting clays, IPSC, NRA, and Field and Game, along with others. And I apologise if I don't remember everyone was there. Very productive first step, and we'll go forward from there, looking at some more national issues. And obviously, big news this week on the national front is the National Party splitting away from the coalition. Personally, I think this is a good thing. I think perhaps they'll be able to better represent the regions for a period and not be so controlled by the latte sipping libs from the city. But anyway, we'll see where that goes. This is about Queensland. We had a lot going on in Queensland. As you know, the last few months, it's been a difficult time for a lot of people. A lot of people have been having challenges with their PTAs. Requiring massive amounts of information. We did do a video on that. That's people that are following that are having great success. It's working. So thank you for the dozens and dozens of people who've contacted us telling us that they followed that methodology and it worked just fine. It's understanding the process. We can get all bent out of shape as why they did all this, but I think the best thing we could say as Shooters Union, we're working flat out, and it really is. We've had to take on extra paid staff to deal with all the inquiries around membership and things, as membership's been growing very quickly, but also a lot of questions. And our Vice President David Brown and I have been working diligently, meeting with other industry people and with Weapons Branch. In fact, just a few hours ago, we had another meeting with Weapons Branch, a bit of a win there in that QPS has decided to assign another inspector into that branch. And you go, what's that matter? That's one person. It's very important because the added level of management may just bring some of the consistency back into things. So I think it'll be that will happen in the next few weeks. I think I'm hoping we'll see some improvement. We have seen some of the real excesses in the letters drop back, which is a great thing, but it really, really needs to go a lot more. So what have we been doing? We are continually talking with the people that run Weapons Branch. We try and have a productive relationship, even if we don't always agree. We want to work together. And we're also been discussing things with Minister and the Minister's office, Police Minister, the Ag Minister, others, but also many of the backbenchers in the government, and even with some of the people from the opposition and Labor. And certainly we've been working hard with KAP, who's raised some excellent questions in Parliament recently. You may have seen on our social media some of the questions they're raising. So we went out earlier this year, and we haven't talked about it publicly really, but we provided a number of ministers and a number of LNP members of Parliament with this document, how to best reform firearms management in Queensland. There's a lot of factual material there. We will release it publicly going forward. We just wanted to give it a couple months for people in government to be able to address it, ask questions, things along that line. We're continually referring people to our lawyers, who has David Neuendorf, who's been really, really helpful with people, getting them there. And so that's pretty much what we've been doing, is pushing back as much as we can. We've been doing right to information requests, getting information, learning. We've been working with a lot of people from other groups there. But I think most of what's been happening and most of what's making the positive change is your efforts. Your efforts as members and followers of this, our materials, is to go out there, and when you get something back that you don't think's right, Yeah, you can let us know about it, but let your local member know about it. That's what's really having an impact because they don't like to see it in their electorates either, especially in the regional electorates. They understand the issues around firearms. So, your local member, obviously the minister, I know you get some letters back that are just the standard template letters, and it's really frustrating because you get them back and you think they don't care, they're not going to do anything. Please be aware they really do make a difference. Every last one of them is making a difference. Even if they try and pretend it doesn't make a difference, it is making a difference. I'm here to tell you on this side of the fence, it's making a huge difference. Keep it up. If a decision isn't granted you again, you have the perfect right to take that to QCAT. If you're a member, we will pay the filing fee for you in QCAT, which is several times, many times what your membership costs a year. So we'll do that. We'll also direct you to a highly qualified solicitor if you need help in that, to at least be able to have one talk with them and see where you go from that. If you feel not necessarily the decision, but if you feel you're being really badly treated, you can put complaints in through QPS itself. You can go to their website. There's a complaint section there. You can put it in. Once again, you'll probably get things back that seem like it doesn't matter. But behind the scenes, all these things add up because people say, hey, wait a minute, why are all these people upset? And that's not to do it just because you want to be difficult. I'm talking to those of you who've had some real issues, and I know many of you have. And I've seen the letters, I've seen everything else, and we've passed many of them back to management at weapons licensing, and a number of them have been addressed like that, and which is wonderful. But we've got to keep that pressure up. We've got to keep people knowing if there's something wrong. Do it politely. There's no need to be difficult. And if you're on the phone with an employee from there, be polite with them. Most of them are just following what some boss told them to do, and it's not them dreaming this stuff up. So, keep in mind they're trying to do a job. Be polite to them. If you've got friends who aren't members, hey, get them to join. We appreciate it. It shows support. It helps us with the politicians, the more members we've got. But also, obviously, there's a funding factor. We love it if you're a member of another organisation. And we encourage people to join multiple organisations. It supports everyone in the shooting community. And go from there. Really, it is making a difference what you're doing. I can't go into all the details because we wouldn't be effective if we did that out loud. But I'm telling you, it's starting to make a difference. And keep pushing every single thing. Send it to us. Don't suffer in silence out there. Let us know. That's what we're there for. Shooters Union is there to support you. And it's there to support your rights as a legitimate firearms owner. You're the people that have jumped through all the hoops, went and got a license. You deserve to be treated with respect. Thanks very much.